Welcome back, punters, to the Broncos' finest podcast. Back today to preview round, 5 already, of the NRL 22 season. Looking forward to going through this today with the lads. How are you doing, boys?
Good, thanks, mate.
Hey, mate, how are you?
I'm good. Are we going to cheers today? You've got a beer or what?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, beautiful. Cheers, lads. All right.
It's cold.
Looking forward to going through this today, especially when we're doing the try scorers as well. I think that adds a bit more to it. Do you know how you went last week? Did you look back over it? Or Fiji, did you look back over it?
No, I didn't actually. I only just looked at my tips there, and I got 6 tips. I don't know how good went with the tries, though. I think I just about got everyone wrong, to be honest, after that first game.
What about you, Corky?
Mate, I did not have a look at all. I have no idea how it went, but I feel like it did not go well.
I got I got 3 out of 8, and one of them was void because one of them didn't play. So I feel like I've done okay, but yeah. In terms
Do you get money back at all for someone that doesn't play, or how does that work? Or you just miss out?
The multi, I think the multi voids that bet, but it seemed like it reworked the bet so it didn't include them, so I got heaps less money.
Okay.
Quite weird how it works. Anyways, in regards to tips, what did I get? I got 6. So I got the Broncos one wrong, obviously, and I felt like I got an outsider and it went Raiders over Manly, and they got done. So not too bad, I guess.
Exact same as me.
Yeah. Well, let's go through this next week anyway, boys, and I suppose we'll just do a quick review of each game. I'm not going to do we'll do the Broncos as a main event, but it's not really the main event. We know that now. But we'll go through the other matches anyway.
You didn't have your spray today, too. You missed out yesterday.
Oh, fucking hell. They deserve a fucking spray, the shit. I'm not going to say the C word, but they deserve a fucking spray. That was shocking. And
it's not live.
Yeah. No, not live. Yeah. But yeah, just my quick word on that is it just reminded me so much of the last 2 years. I just had to not stop watching it because it just pissed me off. How can one team, I don't believe us as Ormo ever went to that stage of going so bad and so quickly. Everything about it just pissed me off, and I just turned away straight away. So I just hope they can show some sort of fight against the Roosters and Panthers. I don't expect to win. I just want them to play well, or just give it a fucking shot, because that shit pisses me off. Us out there, us 3 out there could put a better effort in. We'll probably let more tries in, but at least we show more fucking effort. So yeah, them dickheads all deserve a pay cut. Fucking shit. Anyways.
Yeah, I wouldn't be using fucking half the salary cap on these cunts.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. Anyways.
There you go. Say a word for you.
Oh. Let's go into this week's, boys, and let's talk about less about that last week. In regards to the Knights and Manly, a few changes this week for both teams. I'm not going to go too much into it. I think you've got Trbojevic as a big out for Manly, and only recently just came in half an hour ago. They were going to put that Cooler in fullback, and now he's out injured as well. So now Garrett goes back there, and I think Brad Parker comes in, which is fairly similar side. Other than that, pretty unchanged. Manly without Trbojevic, they could still do well, but I just don't see them beating the Knights. I feel like the Knights have been all right this year. So I'm going the Knights this week. In terms of try scorer, I don't want to go. No, I'll go Tyson Frizzell. I'm going to go a bit out. I was going to pick Dominic Young, but I don't want to do the first one with a winger, so I'll go Tyson Frizzell for an anytime try scorer there. Actually, no, sorry, change that. I'm going to go Bradman Best. Bradman Best for an anytime try scorer. What do you reckon, Corgi?
Knights for me. Without Trbojevic, I don't see the Seagulls really turning one on. Yeah. Cherry Evans and Kieran Foran are starting to warm up a little bit by the looks of it, but they're not just not quite there yet. And I'm going to go Dane Gagai again this week. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, Gagai. What about you, Finji?
Yeah, I think Manly without Tommy, they're just going to slowly slide down the ladder. Obviously, I've been saying it since you guys know me, they're a one-man team. I I think there'll be a lot of points in it, but I think Knights get up by 10. I reckon Ponga's going to have a big game this week with all the bullshit in the last sort of 7 days with him moving up to Redcliffe. So I reckon he's getting in for a big game.
Wait, who Kalen Ponga, you reckon?
Yeah.
Cool. Is that your anytime try scorer?
Yep.
Beautiful. Actually, just looking at the weather in Sydney, there's forecast for pretty bad rain by the looks of it. So probably not a bad idea to sort of stay away from the wingers anyway for the anytime try scorers. So it'll be an interesting game, that one. May not be as high points if it is raining, but we'll see. And that looks like it's going to be like that over the weekend in Sydney too. So it'll be an interesting round. I think that might sway my predictions a little bit. Won't look too much into it though. Going into Friday night's games, Warriors and Cowboys. Both of those teams have beat us, and they're both not very good. So, it'll be interesting to see how this game goes. I won't be paying too much attention to it, but, fucking hell, I don't know the tip, to be fair. You boys, Corky, you go first, because I'm not 100% sure.
Look, I think the Cowboys are better than we're giving them credit for, to be honest.
No, they're fucking not. They're garbage.
Yeah, I thought they were until they played until they put that performance out last week. But keep in mind, we're versus the Roosters this week. If we get pumped by that much, I'll take it all back. But
So the thing is, they played with 3 sin bins last week, the Cowboys. So I don't think they've done too bad against a quality team like the Roosters. They played about 30 minutes with 12 men, all up. The Warriors are good, but I can't see them beating the Cowboys if they turn up like they start starting to. They're starting to get the rhythm going, the Cowboys, unfortunately. And I'm going to go Jack Grenfell as a try scorer. He's going to skirt him from dummy half, I reckon. What about you boys?
Well, he's off the bench too, Granville, yeah. Suppose retired Warriors defence, yeah, why not? What about you, Finch?
I'm going for the Warriors purely because of our good friend Cal. I just can't stand the back of his team, to be honest. And as far as I'd hate to admit it as well, I think Walsh will get over for a try. It'll be close one because they're both retarded teams. It'll be 4 points.
Yes.
Finchy goes for Narangnia.
Hey?
Finchy goes for Narangnia.
You should have won the grand final. It's not my fault.
Just go coach at Roosters, mate. Go coach at the Narang Roosters. You must
got you there, and you fucking spilled your lollies.
No comment on that one. Anyway, I'm going to look at. I'm looking at the team list there, and I'm going to go the Warriors as well. I think they're just a slightly better side than the Cowboys. Tamalolo is probably one of their only strike options. The Hammer is good as well, but he's out. So then they put Drinkwater at fullback. So I'm just not really liking that team overly too much. I'm gonna probably take the Warriors in that one. A hard one again to pick in terms of try scorers because I don't see this as being overly too high scoring. It's either going to be really low scoring or really high scoring. Either shit attack or shit defense. I would say one of them. Let's just go for Sean Johnson likes to put over his back rowers, so let's just go Bailey Sirenin for a try score on that one, predicting maybe that it might be a slightly wet game. That will be paying a bit, so if Multi gets up, I'll be quitting work, I think, for a few weeks. So I'll go the Warriors in that one as well. Going on to, the next game's the Broncos Roosters. We'll talk about that last, even though it's not the main event. Next one, the Raiders and Melbourne. What do you think on this one, Finch?
Obviously, Melbourne boys, you know how I feel about them. I think they'll just keep improving off last week. Pappy for 2 tries.
Mate, you love all the enemy teams, don't you? Go for the Storm. You go for the Narang Roosters.
Don't give me any garbage, you two Poms. Seriously.
I'm surprised you don't go for the Cowboys too.
I reckon we'll win the World Cup over you blokes this year too in the soccer. Just
quietly. Maybe
yeah. Well, when we do.
You won't even make it past the group stage.
Yeah, we'll make it past the grand final stage, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you guys can't talk about international. There's no way. Don't get anywhere.
Terrible.
All right. So, what do you think, Finch?
All right, Corky.
Sorry, this one.
What do you got for us, mate?
I'm going to go Storm, obviously. Storm supporter. I'm going to go Xavier Coates. Going to use a winger.
Yeah, it's a safe one. Yeah.
This one.
I can
What
cheat.
about you, Sean?
Yeah, I'm looking over the team list here. There's not really many outs. I think they're pretty similar to last week, and obviously seeing the performance that the Raiders put in against Manly, and then looking at how the Storm beat the Dogs. Obviously, you'd say they're going to tear them apart. It's a bit of a tough one to predict. I'll say Harry Grant to cross over for a try through the middle there. Again, potentially predicting it's going to be potentially a wet game. I think it'll probably be a safer bet to maybe just go Harry Grant cross over for a try there. I'll say the Storm to win, but not maybe as many as everyone's thinking. They may maybe by like about 10 to 12 or something. Moving on to the game after that, you got the Dragons and the Bunnies. I'm hoping this will be a good game. The Bunnies starting to hit their stride, I believe. I think they're looking pretty good overall there. Even though they did lose to Penrith last week, I still feel like they look better than what they were producing early rounds. So hopefully it's a good game, this one, but I do feel like the Bunnies are going to win this one. And actually looking like Josh Mansour is coming into the side, so that'll be an interesting one there. But let's just go Latrell Mitchell to cross over for a try against the Dragons. What do you think, Corky?
That's a tougher decision, that one, but I'm going to sway towards the Rabbits. I just get a feeling that they're starting to warm up. Latrell's had that supposed 4-week warm up that he needs, so he might be fine. And they didn't do too bad against the Panthers either, so I'm just giving the Roosters the edge, Rabbits the edge. Sorry there, but I will go Jack de Belin from the Dragons as an anytime try scorer this week.
That'll increase your odds of it for sure.
Go on, Fitchy.
You got me there? Oh, yeah, I thought I dropped out.
No.
I'm going the Dragons this week. Purely because of a certain person I've been feeding about how shit Souths are and how they should just convert to the Broncos, particular person I've been talking to in the background. I'm going the Dragons by 10.
You know, we should get
Unreservedly.
Ione on here. We should get Ione on here and wouldn't play the Rabbits. He loves the Rabbits.
I reckon Lomax will get over for a try this week.
That'd be a good one. Lomax, you reckon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. He's good for a few assists, Lomax, lately, actually. Next game at Seabus, Titans and the Eels. How do you think this one's going, or where do you think this one's going, Finch?
Oh, it's got to be the Eels, isn't it? Like,
Trash.
I don't know. Titans are trash, to be honest. They're not a garbage team. I don't know. They just don't. They've just never looked convincing for the last 4 weeks to me at all. They had that lucky win, last week, but, that was a pretty piss poor game, to be honest. I think it's one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to go Regan Campbell Gillard to get over. Going forward.
Gillard. Nice.
There you go.
You just like throwing money away, don't you?
Might surprise you.
You get up all 8 next week. I'll give you my.
We're going to Bali.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, we'll go to Bali.
Bali.
Next. Bali.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a podcast there.
Yeah, go on, Corks.
Eels. Titans they fell into a try to beat the Tigers. They didn't really, I wouldn't say they earned that. They fell into it. They were lucky.
Isn't that how you score your tries?
No, wait. I fucking scored a good one against Rabina once with my soccer skills. Kicked it around all the players and then slammed the ball down, mate. Don't you tell me that's luck. That's fucking skill.
Well, it is luck when you're drunk most of the time. He's throwing tries.
Yeah, to be
Liquid
fair, I haven't
courage.
scored one so far.
I'm just going to go, pretty easy one for me. This one, Titans were terrible last week. I don't see them improving over too much. They're just dead set, like not giving David Fafita the ball. I just don't understand I like Holbrook as a coach, but their whole game plan has just baffled me. It's just so weird what they're doing. They're like not giving the ball to their $1 million man. Obviously, I follow this closely because of Super Coach, but the first few rounds I think Fafita was playing on the right
I'm the
side.
Super Coach, mate.
Oh, yeah, Fafita was playing on the right side for the first few rounds. They always went left. Then they moved him over to the left last round, and then they always went right the whole entire game. Honestly, just don't understand what's happening. Like, I think they don't want him anymore. They must want to be fucking him off or something. Doesn't make any sense.
Who's he annoyed?
Yeah, I don't know what the Titans are doing. I think eventually they're going to be like, oh, maybe we should start using a $1 million man, But for the time being, I just don't feel like they've got any sort of structure. They're just looking weird. So, yeah, Eels quite convincingly. I'm going to go Papali'i to get over for a try. So going over to Sunday, you got Sharks and Tigers. Pretty easy one for me this week, boys. You've got to say the Sharks straight up. They looked really damn good.
It's going to be 40-0.
You'd think so, yeah. Sharks, Tigers. So Tigers were the Tigers seem to be like bringing teams down to their level. Like all the Tigers games have been so shit to watch. It's like the other teams are.
No, they've only been bringing the shit teams. They've only been bringing the shit teams down to their level, not the good teams, I reckon.
Yeah. I don't see the Sharks doing that, but it'll be interesting to watch anyway. But if you watched the Sharks game last week, that Talakai, I can't say his first name, that Talakai, whatever, absolutely destroyed who did they play last week again? The Knights. Yeah, he single-handedly destroyed them. I think probably the most game I've seen. What's that?
He was a front row playing out wide. What do they expect?
Ridiculous. And then he's up against James Roberts this week.
Speed bump.
Screw me, it's James Roberts.
Big corkies, big speed bump.
If he plays centre again, I will definitely go him for an anytime try scorer. But I don't know. I'm not as convinced. I think this is the game where I'll use a winger, and I think Sione Katoa is a handy option to pick for an anytime try scorer. So I'm going to go him this week in the Sharks convincingly. Do you think the same, Finch?
Oh, definitely, mate. This is going to be 40-0, as I said before. I'd probably go Will Kennedy to score this week. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Tigers are going to be sitting at 16th for bloody all season, I reckon. Obviously, as I said last week, I reckon another 1 or 2 losses off losing their coach. There's some shit going on down there at Leichhardt, mate.
Yeah, it's absolute trash. What do you reckon, Woody?
They might have to move to Perth.
Yeah.
Just back for the last game, we're going to say a try scorer. Going to go Mitch Moses for the Eels.
Oh, yeah.
While it's two.
Come on, mate. You're dragging your chain.
This week, Tigers 13 plus easy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding. That's terrible. Sharks.
You won't bet on the Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
Put the house on it.
Betting on the Tigers.
I want to see a screenshot later.
Yeah. I want to see a screenshot of the bet too.
All right. I'll put Tigers 13 plus. I'll put that on.
Oh.
In all your life, that is the dumbest thing you've ever done.
Well, you said I wouldn't, so.
And game after that, boys, looks like it's probably going to go in a similar fashion. Penrith and Dogs to finish the round off. Be an interesting one. What do you reckon there, Finch? What's going to happen there?
The same as the last game.
Yeah.
40-0, like, come on.
Yep.
The Dogs aren't showing me anything.
No.
Addo-Carr's probably the only bloke having a dig there, to be honest. Everyone else is, not even worth base wage.
Fuck off. That's typical Storm supporter saying that Josh Addo-Carr's standing out. He was shit before he went there. He just finished it off. He's done fucking nothing there either.
He shows more heart than the rest of the 13 on the play.
Just
That's what I want to feel. I don't even like Addo-Carr. I freaking hate him. I think he's a smart ass. Hope he doesn't watch this. But yeah, I see them 15th all year. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not.
Mate.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, boys.
Savannah Pan, guys, he's put in a bit of effort.
Yeah, he looked all
Shame he
right.
couldn't fucking do it at the Broncos.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was his one game out of 20 that he shows up.
Yeah.
But,
Won't be there for the
I'm
rest of the
gonna-
season now. It's probably suspended.
I'm going to go Luai to score this week.
Luai.
Yeah.
Nice.
How's the odds looking?
I'm doing mine right now as we speak. What do you reckon?
Fuck! I got to watch mine back to figure out what I did.
What do you reckon there, Corky?
Panthers, 13 plus. Fuck.
You won't bet on the board odds as well, mate.
Finch's one. He took me try scorer. So I'm going to go Josh Adokar. Fuck, you can't use too many wingers though, can you? I've already used the winger.
Yeah, you can. Sean does every week.
I used one last week.
All right, I'm going to go Isaiah Yeo again.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
He won't let me down.
Simple one for me, boys. Yeah, Penrith convincingly. And I am going to go that Isaiah, Tago? He scored, I think, 4 tries in 4 games or something like that so far. So I'm going to go him again as well, being a centre. And obviously, last of all, boys, the Broncos and Roosters. I just don't. I don't see if they perform like they did last week. We're just going to get absolutely blown out of the park, and it's going to be a very uninteresting game to watch. They can stand up and just defend like they did in the first 2 rounds. I think they'll hang in there, but I personally believe they won't win still, regardless. But keeping in mind that the Roosters have currently went shit, good, so they're due for their shit round. So, but even if they play shit, honestly, if they play shit, it'll be then a tight game. You know, that's the way I'm looking at it. So, hopefully we can hang in there, boys. I'm just not too confident this week, but hopefully the boys can prove me wrong. But yeah, I'm going to tip the Roosters, and
what?
Go for a Tedesco try scorer. What do you think?
Fucking hell. Me? Wolverine, go first, mate. No, age before beauty.
You better go first then.
Waiting. Sean's got a time limit here, mate.
Right. Matt, I can't disagree. Where do you start with the Broncos at the moment? If they copped an ass Raymond and they're starting to build a bit of momentum, maybe, because the Roosters do seem to struggle against the Broncos at Suncorp for some reason. Maybe not in the last couple of years though. But yeah, I can't see the Broncos winning this one. I hope they do, but I just can't see them winning this one. So I'm going to go Roosters. But I'm going to do an interesting try score. I'm going to say if all goes well and magic happens, Jake Turpin gets an injury before the game. Tyson Gamble comes into the side and scores multiple tries. That's what I'm going to do.
Fucking hell.
So you're clearly not putting money on this bet.
No.
Can you bet on people to get injured?
Okay.
No, that's a bit rough.
Put money on
that's
Stags.
rough. That's rough. I'll retract that. Well, I'm going to be the Broncos' finest out of this podcast and tip the Broncos because I thought that's what we're about here, boys. I'm going to go Farnworth to score. And I hope Billy goes well at 6. Like, if he doesn't, he's going to cop a bit of a flogging from a few of those plastic fans, but, you know, it is what it is.
He went round 1, didn't he?
I reckon he had a solid game. Like, he didn't do anything flashy. He just did his role perfectly, to be honest. If he just emulates that again, there shouldn't be any finger pointing at him. Hope passes in for a big one out of, all the bullshit that's been happening last week, which is, to be honest, a bit pissed poor. Like, what's wrong with a bit of a push and shove between teammates? Shows a bit of spice, I reckon. But I'll just hope the boys have a dig, as Sean said. not like last week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it from me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Earn the
pretty
paycheck.
pretty simple one, boys, I think, for this week for that review. If they can put in a good performance, I'm willing to talk more about it. But when they're putting in shit like that, I'm not going to waste my breath on them. It's just fucking ridiculous. But anyways, looking forward to a good week of the NRL. I've put on my multi there again, boys. Oh, there you go. 37 grand.
Nice.
That comes in this week.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Mine must
nice
be 50.
Oh, I said I'm going to do
Talking-
it each week. I'm just going to put a little bit of money on each week on an anytime try score thing. Imagine if it comes in 1 week, then I'm doing all right?
Corky's would have to be $500,000, mate. His returns with the 13 plus in the
I'll
Tigers.
put one on. I'll put $10 on all my try scorers and all the teams I bet on, and I'll see how much it is. I'll let you know. I'll put it in the group.
Yeah, do it. I honestly don't think you'll ever have to work again if it comes in. So if it's doing well,
Literally.
We're going to sue you for thirds.
Yeah.
for using our platform.
Oh fuck.
Anyway, boys, I think it's a good review of this week. Looking forward to see what happens this week. Hopefully the Broncos have a dig, like you said, but I'm not going to say anything more there because I'm going to get myself in trouble. Anyways, lads, always good chatting with you. I'm looking forward to a good week of footy, having a few beers, and we'll see you over the weekend or see you next week.
All right, boys.
Sounds good, fellas.
See you later.
See you, lads.